Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is the Z Grant Show. I am so happy to be back here with you guys. We have so much to talk about and discuss. So much has happened in the past weeks of the NFL, the NBA, boxing, MLB. First off, I'm not a baseball guy at all, but I have to admit that the World Series, which is the only time that I actually tune into baseball, had me dialed in for the most part. It was a 7 game series, and I didn't watch all the games, can't lie to you, because I really don't think baseball is a sport. Shoot me now, I know, I get it. But I will say it was electrifying, it was entertaining. Hearing Vladimir Guerrero have the back and forth with the Yankees fans going for the Dodgers, crazy. But it was just interesting, it was just fun. What I will say, which I don't know if this is a big deal in baseball because I'm not tuned into baseball yet, is the call where the ball got stuck in the bottom of the turf or the field. If I'm playing a sport and the ball is stuck somewhere, you got to get that ball out. This is the World Series. You're putting your arms up and all of this and that. Yo. I don't like the rule, but it's not my sport. I digress. It was fun, though. I will say it was fun. I do feel like the Dodgers got away with one, and it feels like it's validating something that really should have came a little bit more easier with the team that they have. Their team is loaded. Max Muncy, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani. My God. That's not even talking about the other Japanese pitcher that they have. That team is stacked. That team is really loaded. And I feel like the fact that it went to game 7, or 7 games, it made them feel like, oh, we deserve this. We won this the hard way. We got it. Some say you guys should have swept them, but I digress. Let's move on. A little bit about boxing. Over the weekend, we had Virgil Ortiz versus Erickson Lubin. Lubin is a hammer. That's his nickname, the Hammer. But he got knocked out in round 2. You got to be more than a hammer in boxing. You got to be able to bob and weave. You got to be able to move your feet. You got to be able to, stick and move. What are we doing here? Virgil Ortiz, up-and-coming guy. He called out the big guns. He called out Jaron Ennis. Boots. He called out Boots. Me personally, I'm going to get very serious with you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a huge boxing fan. Excuse my voice. I am coming down with a little cold. But back to the sport, boxing. Jaron Ennis better buckle up. He's never been tested by a top-tier guy. The middleweight division, welterweight division is pretty loaded with talent. But there is ways to get around it. Granted, Jaron Ennis has a very great record, great knockout record. But Virgil Ortiz looks very different. He looks different. And if somebody's coming after you rounds and rounds and rounds, how are you going to react? This is a, make a name for yourself type of fight. This is one of the biggest names that this is the biggest name that Jaron Ennis is getting to fight. So this is a make it or break it fight for Jaron. Granted, it's really not, because we live in a time where the being undefeated matters the most, which it really doesn't, because back in the day, guys fought. So I'm going to retract that statement. But you can't ask for Terrence Crawford and then lose to Virgil Ortiz. What are we doing? So he has to win this fight, no doubt about it. I'm very excited for that. Devin Haney fights Brian Norman soon. Can't wait for that. I heard some rumbles about Teofimo fighting Shakur. We want to see it. But we have to wait and see till the details come out. Contracts nowadays are so brutal. I will say the last fight I went to, it was Shakur versus, I can't think of the guy's name. I will add it in here when I think of it. But it was Edgar Berlanga versus Hamza Shiraz as well. Oh my gosh. I'm a huge Edgar Berlanga fan. I've been watching him since he's on ESPN, knocking dudes out in the first round. Seeing him go out like that was crazy. I'm still a huge fan of him. I hope he gets back on the bicycle and just figures it out, because he's a great fighter. He's entertaining. That's what we want to see. We want to see people talk. We want to see people entertain. That's the name of the game. Shiraz looks like the real deal, though. Shiraz looks like the real deal. Kind of reminds me of Amir Khan when he first came onto the scene, when he knocked out Paulie Malignaggi. Oh my God, he was destroying everybody. You know, very tall fighter, lanky but very skillful. Boxing is in a good space right now. It's in a really good space, very healthy space. Guys are fighting each other. Guys are, you know, there's talk shows back. It's not 24/7, but Max Kellerman is back. He's on a fight show with Max Kellerman and Mike Coppinger. I said Max. Max Kellerman is on a show with Shady McCoy, NFL All-Pro running back, Mike Coppinger, boxing insider. Ryan Garcia is on there as well. It's a really good show. You guys should check it out. But let's talk NFL. You know, we're in what, week 11, week 12? Just got out of week 11 or going into week 11? Who would have thought the Colts would still be here? We had an amazing trade deadline. Colts shocked everybody by trading for Sauce Gardner, traded 2 first-round picks for a corner who's kind of been in limbo. He's not the all-pro that we once known rookie year and second year, but he's still around. He's still playing. He just got a deal last summer. The Colts are going for it. I'm proud of them, but he has not been back with expectations. When you sign a deal like that, and you know you come into the league and you dominate the way you dominate, you got to keep rising. All pros, Pro Bowls, your play on the field. His play on the field has been lacking, unfortunately. Not like Sauce, but you know, when a team trades for 2 first-round picks for you, they think very highly of you. I will say, I want to add, Jets, good trade. I say that to say the Colts doesn't have an Andrew Luck or a Peyton Manning or Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady at the helm. They have Daniel Jones. So when you're trading first-round picks, anything can happen. For all we know, the Colts can still lose this division. For all we know, Daniel Jones can drop off the field, drop off a cliff, and who do you have to look for? Anthony Richardson again? So that pick next year can be very, very, very good. It can be gold almost. It's definitely going to be, if Daniel Jones slips off, it's going to be a top 5 pick, for sure. For sure. So Jets, good trade. I like it. But Colts also as well, you're going for it. Players, I know they're enthusiastic about it. Look at Jonathan Taylor, 255 yards, 3 touchdowns. My God. He's, might I say, front runner for MVP. I seen a stat that they were comparing his stats to LaDainian Tomlinson's stats. The record-breaking year that he had, where he had 31 scrimmage touchdowns. He's at 17. He's at 17 right now. At this point in time, LaDainian Tomlinson was at 21. So he has a long way to go, but he can do it. He can do it. The Colts beat the Falcons in the overtime thriller. Michael Penix didn't play his best game. They're looking kind of shaky. I don't know what's up with them. They're an NFC South team, a very young team, but they have pieces. Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Michael Penix. Defense, you know, they got Xavier Watts over there. They got A.J. Terrell, Jesse Bates, James Pierce, McCow. Who's the other D lineman that they have? They're a very young team. They're still trying to figure themselves out. I like Raheem Morris, but it's just, you know, the Falcons are going to be the Falcons until proven differently. They always find themselves in close games and lose. They have to get out of that habit. That's a very bad habit to break. Look at the Giants. We always lose in these close games, leading in the fourth quarter, but we're losing all the time. Coaches and organizations have a short leash for coaches nowadays. If the organization feels as though the team is ready, but the coach isn't, you're out of there. We're going to get somebody else in there right now. That's it. Look at the Giants. Speaking of the Giants, Let's start with the big news, elephant on the door, elephant in the room, and the door, and the building. Brian Daboll. Brian Daboll was just fired. He was just released. Joe Schoen was kept. Hopefully this is a tide of new churn. As a Giant fan, we keep finding ourselves in the same place. How many times do we have to repeat the same thing? How many coaches do we have to have? How many GMs do we have to have? How many new players are going to leave us after we signed them to a deal? We made them the cornerstone franchise piece. And, we forced guys out of this building. It's unfortunate, but it's true. We have a way of trying to do the right thing, but looking stupid at the same time. We're always trying to do the right thing. We're always trying to be cookie cutter because we were one of the first, or we were one of the first organizations in the NFL. We're a cornerstone piece in the NFL. We're a big market. We're the New York Giants, New Jersey Giants. People follow what we do. People talk about us no matter what we do. So we try and be the right way. I get that. But you have to be risky. You have to take some risk. Not try and do everything the right way. I'm sorry. But in my years of watching football, we've only had 2 or 3 good seasons. 2 seasons where we won a Super Bowl, where we were both we were big underdogs. We weren't coming in stomping our feet. Yeah, we're the Giants. No, we were underdogs. 9 and 7 seasons. How can you be bad for 20 straight years in New York? That is crazy. We have to change that. That has to change. We fired Brian Daboll. Is it going to change anything? I don't know. I don't think it's the coach. I think it's the culture. I think it starts up top. Just told you guys why. I don't understand it. I don't get it. If we were going to make a coaching change, it should have been maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. You get a Mike Vrabel, you go for a Jim Harbaugh. What are we doing here? I don't want Mike McDaniel. I don't want Mike McCarthy. You go for a John Gruden, Lane Kiffin in the mix. I don't know. I don't know what the Giants are doing, and I don't think they know what they're doing. But it starts from up top to the coaching, to the scouting department. Everybody must be on notice. Everybody. Because the fans are tired of it. It's like Stockholm Syndrome with the New York Giants. And we're the kidnappees. We're getting kidnapped of our joy. Last week, I couldn't even watch the game. I couldn't. Refused. San Francisco 49ers game, I didn't watch 3 quarters of it. I watched a quarter. But after I seen us just get ran down, bang, 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 they gave C-Mac, what, 30 carries? Oh my God. Jesus. They ran the ball over and over and over and over again. I can't stand for that. Not when we're supposed to have a top 3, top 2, top 1 defensive line. I'm tired of our linebackers. I'm tired of our corners. I'm tired of our injuries. These guys were getting off the street. What are we doing here? I'm confused. But this Chicago Bears game was watchable. In Giants fashion, we have a lead going into the 4th quarter, and then we lose it. Shout out Caleb Williams. They're 6-3, second in NFC North. We'll see. We're going to get back to them. I still want to talk about the Giants. Jackson Dart is playing out of his mind right now. He's playing with house money, though. Nobody knows what he's going to do. Nobody has tape on him yet. He's just figuring out. He's going with the wave. I salute it. But you have to chill with just throwing your quarterback in the fire. Granted, it's 2025. This is a running quarterback league, excuse me. Back in the day, quarterbacks got hit. Quarterbacks got touched more than others. But concussions. This is like your third concussion and you only started like 5 games already? Jesus Christ. That's not sustainable at all. So we have to fix that. Giants, I'm lost for words, guys. I don't know. Like I said, it's just Stockholm Syndrome. You know, you guys are stealing our joy. You expect us to be fans over and over and over and over and over again. We've been going through this for over 20 years. This is frustrating. It's terrible. Something has to change. Let's get back to the Chicago Bears, though. They are second in the NFC North. They are 6-3. They're tied with the Lions. They lost to the Lions 52-21 early in the season, but this seems like a different Chicago team. Their next couple of games are tough. They face Green Bay twice. They face the Eagles. They face the Browns. They face Pittsburgh. And they face 49ers. So we're going to see what they're made of. We're going to see. Ben Johnson, you got your work cut out for you, bro. Good luck. You guys are 6-3. You guys might end the season 6-12. 6-11. Good luck. Not 6-12, 6-11. I don't really think so, but we'll see. We've seen crazier things. We've seen Miami beat the Bills this week. Not just beat them, I mean stop them out. Made Buffalo look very mediocre, very mundane. Is Buffalo one of the best teams in the AFC? Yes. Anybody can lose any given Sunday? Yes. But we don't expect you to lose to Miami like that. I do think in the AFC, it's going to come down to the Chiefs, the Bills. That's really it. I don't see the Patriots making that jump. This is the Chiefs league, and this is the Chiefs AFC, and we're just living in it. That's it. Colts. The Colts can make a run, but they have Daniel Jones. A lot of these teams are unproven or, i.e., young. Give me the Chiefs by 1 million. Baltimore is sneaking up, though. Baltimore is sneaking up. But we shall see. I'm very excited for the playoffs. We only got about 6 more weeks of the NFL regular season. I'm more so excited for the NFC more than I am for the AFC because we all know nobody's going into Kansas City or just taking Kansas City to the wire and beating Kansas City. It's impossible. January football is real. Good luck. We had the Browns lose to the Jets. Shout out to Jets. They're on a 2-game winning streak. Can't believe that. Dylan Gabriel, again, you don't want to make somebody sound really bad or just look bad or talk about somebody. But throw Shedeur in the game for crying out loud. What are we doing here? Please. Your fans. You guys traded away Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is a MVP candidate of the NFL for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Guys, it's not him, it's you. What are you doing? You have Deshaun Watson on your roster. What are you doing? You traded away Joe Flacco. What are you doing? They don't know. I don't know either. But I do know if you start Shedeur Sanders with that defense, you're going to win games. It's just proven. 163 yards. First of all, you lost to a quarterback who had 54 passing yards. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I mean, bail your team out. Come on, man. That's disgusting. It's disgusting. The Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks are 7-2. Shout out Daniel Jones. Shout out Sam Darnold. You love a comeback story. But they ain't just coming back. They're seeming like they're here for good. Three, two, one. The Seahawks, they have a great defense, good run game, good receivers. What else can you ask for? Quarterback He's not just game managing. Let's be clear here. This is not Alex Smith in Kansas City. This is not Nick Foles in Philly. This is not any of your Brock Purdy in San Francisco. This is not those type of situations. This is not Matthew. This is not Jared Goff in LA as well either. This is a situation where a quarterback is taking his opportunity and running with it. This is a team who drafted Jalen Milroe in the second round. So they were unsure as well. As they gave him a $25 million deal, same contract deal that Tampa Bay gave Baker Mayfield. This is a prove-it deal. We're going to pay you for your accomplishments, but this is a prove-it deal because the market is at 50. So we're going to pay you half of the market. And I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him. Seattle is due for that. Let's talk about it. Seattle's schedule is very tough as well. They face the Rams twice. They face the Titans, Vikings, Besides the Titans and Falcons, they face the Rams twice, the Vikings, and the Colts. I'm going to exclude the Titans because I apologize for that. Titans and Falcons, those are winnable games. But you face the Rams twice and the Colts, that's 3 games you can lose. But we shall see. NFC West always play each other very tight. So they can split those 2 games with the Rams. We'll see. Rams are also one of those teams that you have to watch out for injuries. We just seen Devontae Adams try and beat somebody off the line. He's pulling for his back. Puka Nacua. He's always an injury, up in the air. If he just came back from injury, he just recovered. So this might be the Seahawks division. We shall see. The Rams. Matthew Stafford is playing at an MVP level. I spoke about it earlier this year. I think he's a top 3, top 5 quarterback. He's a pocket quarterback. General, standard, elite of the elite. And that's why he's able to play at this level at his age. I.e. Joe Flacco, i.e. Aaron Rodgers, i.e. Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders just hasn't had the opportunity yet. I'm just joking around, but I'm serious at the same time. Certain guys just have that gist. Jared Goff as well. Certain guys just have that thing. This was the old NFL. Can you read a defense? Can you break down a defense with just your arm, with your head, with your brain? Yes, Matthew Stafford can. Sean McVay can. That's a match made in heaven. Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford, you're going to win at least 10 games a season. Defense is playing well. Things are just clicking for them guys. But their biggest enemy is injuries. So be on the mend for that. Lions, I can't speak enough about how excited I am about the NFC playoff battle. We just spoke about the Seahawks. We have the Lions. We're going to talk about Philadelphia, Chicago, Vikings. It's just Green Bay. It's looking very exciting. I cannot wait to see how this plays out. I can't wait. Dan Campbell took over for play calling. I have to apologize to Dan Campbell. I thought he was just a voice in the locker room. I thought he was just a great leader. But no, he knows ball. Beat the bricks out of the Washington Commanders. This was a NFC divisional matchup that happened last year where you saw Jaden Daniels coming to we've seen Jaden Daniels come into Detroit and beat the Lions. This was their rematch. Granted, Jaden Daniels wasn't there. Sorry, Marcus Mariota. You had to bite the cheese. You guys got mollywopped. Detroit, I can't wait. But can they stay healthy as well? Next, we're going to talk about the Eagles and Packers game Monday night. Talk about lackluster. Eagles and Packers went to 0-0 at halftime. Final score was 10-7 with Philly winning it out, scraping it out. I actually thought Green Bay was going to win this game because Philly plays Detroit next week, so I thought they were going to split it 1-1. That's usually how the NFL goes. But Philly always finds ways to win games. Green Bay, you guys are trash. You guys made a trade for Micah Parsons. You guys thought that Micah Parsons was going to put you at Super Bowl contention. You lost to the Browns. You tied up with the Cowboys. What are we talking about here? You guys also lost another game. I'm going to add that in. What are we talking about? You guys are just really trash. I think you guys lost to the Panthers. Whoa. Eagles. I hope you guys know what's wrong. I hope you guys know what's wrong with you, because it looks like something is wrong. You guys are winning every game by one play. How long are you going to keep that up? We shall see. I'm excited for how this season is going to turn out. You could go either way with it. Are we going to have a Super Bowl rematch of Philly and Kansas City for a third time? Let's see. Thursday night, we have Jets and Patriots. That should be a snooze fest. I think the spread is at 10.5 or 11.5. Take it as you please. Patriots are looking very good. Well-coached team. Schedule is going their way. We'll see. Who do you guys think is going to win that division? Patriots or Bills? They have one more matchup coming up soon. Patriots are looking good. Patriots are looking good. They're finding explosive plays now. They're not just dinking and dunking, mediocre. Like, they're getting after it. They're getting after it. Let's talk about a little NBA, right? Why not? My Lakers are looking really good right now. We're about 7-2, 7-3 or something like that. I can't complain. This is all without LeBron James. I like this, that how Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves is finding a rhythm. LeBron James is probably one of the easiest players to play with. So adding him into this mix with DeAndre Ayton and the other guys, I mean Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, you name it. Jake LaRavia is playing very good as well. I like what I'm seeing. Orlando Magic is struggling. They went off of a buzzer beater against Portland last night. Knicks. I can't wait to see Wembanyama this season. I want to go see the Spurs play. I think he's one of the most exciting players this year. I want to see Giannis play. The Bucks are playing really well, but it's like, for how long? How sustainable is that team? You know, Ja Morant's making headlines. Ja Morant has been suspended one game already for conduct detrimental to the team. But it's fairly early in the season. The NBA Cup is going on right now. I would like to hear who you guys are excited to see in the NBA. Some of your most excited teams or players. College basketball is also starting back up. Can't wait to get into that. And college football news, I just want to talk about the LSU Tigers right quick. What is going on over there? We just fired Brian Kelly. We lost again to Alabama last week. Whew. Do we bring in John Gruden? John Gruden, please come to one of my favorite teams, LSU or Giants, please. We can use you. The Z Ranch Show signing off. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Talk to me. Let's go back and forth. I love it. That being said, salute.